Hello everyone. Welcome back, guys. Oh my god, it's been forever. If you guys hear moans and grunts and all that stuff, my daughter is literally right here. She's playing with a new toy that we got her, so yay! I know at this point, if you've been with me for a long time, you're probably sick and tired of my BS. We can never choose what we want to do. There's always something new, 2-3 years later, a month later, 5 months later, but I think we found it, guys. I think we can sit here, we can park, we can, unpack our bags. We're gonna stay here a while. So today we're talking about a book that I found on Kindle, Vella. I don't know if you know what that is. I don't even know if I'm saying it correctly. Take Wattpad and put having to pay for each chapter in front of it, okay? So like an app that I used to use called Loom, very, very spicy app. That's kind of what Kindle Vella is. I assumed it was going to be pretty good. People are paying out of pocket their money to read this book. No, I was wrong. Maybe there's some better books out there, but I started off with Nia's Resolve. I saw it recommended by somebody. I read it and I was like, okay, this is trash. It's decent trash, but it's still fucking trash, bro. But again, to each their own. I just felt like it was a little boring. Let's start off with the main characters. Okay, we've got Caspian, player, bad boy, like here for a good time, not a long time. Black hair, blue eyes, hot. In my mind's eye, he is fine as fuck. Oh, and did I mention Caspian's an artist? He's a painter. He has a sketchbook. Yeah. So, like I said, hot. Then we have Nia. She's red hair. I think brown eye? No. I think they're green. I don't remember. Her eyes are some fucking color. Small frame, curvy in all the right places, according to Caspian. And she's just your average stay at home, read books, never parties, doesn't really like people. That's Nia for you. Both of these characters have a traumatic past, different situations, but they kind of lead to the same insecurities within themselves, or at least issues. They both have trust issues. They both have abandonment issues. They both have a fear of getting close and opening up and being vulnerable, okay? That's the word, vulnerable. They don't like that shit. Caspian, he's like supposed to be this bad boy. I don't know, he's not. There was nothing in the book other than his past and what people say that have shown anything other than when obviously we see his point of view and we hear his thoughts. We read them, but you know what I'm saying. We kind of get a sneak peek of like what he's really thinking, how he targeted Nia, how he's like, okay, I want something a little bit more challenging. Slowly, it's just like, I want her, I want this. She's different and I want to prove myself to her and show her that I'm the man that she shouldn't be afraid of. I am at chapter 50 and the book has gone so fast, yet so slow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we've gotten nowhere, but I feel like it was too fast. Caspian did not have enough pushback. Nia was butthurt about every fucking thing for no reason. Like, just from shit she heard. Like, I don't understand. This man has done nothing to you. He has been amazing, great, like, just amazing, okay? Now, mind you, I know men know how to act. To get what they want. Let me tell you why she lost her shit. Okay, they had a little moment where he pleasured her and that was it. He did not ask for anything in return. He was not expecting anything. He just wanted her to feel good. And he said, I've been wanting to do that since I met you. So she lost her shit. She took that and ran with it. She was like, oh, so this is what you wanted from the start. You just wanted to do things with me. Like, it's always been sexual with you. Da, 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 da. Whatever. He leaves. He's like, no, I can't do that. Like, I have to come back. I have to fight for her. All this, whatever. Okay, like, boring. ugh. I wish they would have added maybe a third person, you know? They did for like 2 seconds. This girl named Serena, she got thrown in randomly, but we're supposed to assume that now all of a sudden, like, they've had history. You know, she's like, oh, are you gonna call me back? And he's like, no, because he's at the club with Nia, you know. But it's like, who the fuck is this bitch? Like, I just, like, why do I care? You know what I'm saying? It would be different. I just wish maybe while him and Nia were talking that this person was interfering, and maybe Caspian felt like he was getting too close to Nia. And because he felt like he was getting too close, he went ahead and self-sabotaged, okay? But that didn't happen. There was no drama, there was no juice. It was just literally, that was it. That was the drama. The drama was he wanted to touch her ever since he saw her, and that was it. I really hate how the story approaches really serious topics and does not react to them well. I think like the characters just did not have the correct response to like certain things going on. Caspian gets SA'd. It was casually brought up. The girl walked up to him. The girl that did it walked up to him, was like, at least you remember me this time or whatever, because apparently she put something in his drink. And he was just mad at her. Like, that's it. Are you kidding me? Like, huh? What? And then Nia finds out and she's like, oh, I hurt for him. It's brought up and then it's like pushed to the side. Like, it never happened. Like, what was the point? Like, nothing comes out of it. Nothing. Not a single thing. Just the characters end up feeling bad for each other. Also, Nia went through something where she was like harassed by her ex-boyfriend's friends. And yeah, that's a thing. And then her stepdad, very abusive physically to her mother. But it's like, again, brought up. And then, like, I would understand if maybe she had to face this situation where she had to go back home and Caspian maybe came with her and now she's having to relive all these traumas and there's some sort of struggle and he helps her heal through it. I don't know, but like, there's nothing. There's nothing. Like, there's just these issues. They're not being addressed. These two people are just, they're just fucking. They're just in love. And mind you, I say that. And guess how long it's been in the book? Chapter 50. 2 motherfucking weeks. Okay? 2 motherfucking weeks. This book makes me so angry. It's like slow burn and fast burn. I don't understand it. It fucks with your head so bad. The more you try to understand it, the more it doesn't make sense. I also feel like the author, she has a lot of talent. I can tell because she used all of her talent to make Nia this amazing writer. Nia would go off and you would get a little glimpse into her notebook where she would write like these little paragraphs. We're reading this and I'm like, oh my God, this is the most poetic, beautiful thing I've ever read in my life. And then the author goes back to writing. The characters are very juvenile in their responses. Their conversations don't seem real. Comebacks are so bad. It's so cringy. Well, this is just one example. Caspian's best friend. I forget what he calls Caspian. I wrote it down, but then I lost that, so who cares? But Caspian calls him puke hair. In these very like sweet moments that they have together where they're supportive of each other or whatever, then they realize that they're men. So they're like, no. And then he's like, yeah, puke hair. Let's get back to the game, puke hair. And I was like, oh my God. Why? It's just because he has pink tips. He has pink tips in his hair, and that's it. Who pukes pink? I'm close to the end. I think I only have like 5 more chapters left. And I'm not doing it. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I cannot excuse spending more money to read the rest of this book. I know what happens. They live happily ever after. Nothing else happened. I mean, they're good now. You know, they got into that fight. They broke up. He comes back. She's not having it. Then they miss each other. They go to a party. Of course, they both happen to be there at the same time, even though Nia doesn't go to parties and Caspian hasn't gone to one this entire book. She sees him in a drunken state. She's like, ooh, I'm going to pretend to be somebody else for the night. And I'm going to fuck him. Because she just thinks she's putting too much importance on sex, so she goes to this party to just fuck a random stranger. Yeah, okay. She won't fuck Caspian, but she'll fuck a random stranger. She's like, you know what? I want to see what he's like in the wild. Caspian, but like without Nia. Just, how does he treat other women? It works for like a second because Caspian is messed up. Can I just say I love the name Caspian? I think it is so... Okay, but anyway, moving on. Then he realizes, okay, the passion here is misplaced. She feels too much like her. She smells like her. She moaned like her. He's like, yeah, okay. Like, my brain's real good at imagining things, but not this good. So he goes and he feels underneath the wig and he pulls out red hair. He's like, Nia. And she's like, oh, no, just pretend it's not me. Just pretend it's not me for a night. He's like, I can't do that. I can't treat you like a trick. He's like, I'm not gonna have sex with you. You're drunk. So then he carries her home. Yeah, and then she ends up getting her period in the morning. I'm pretty sure they still haven't done it. And I was really hoping to get to that point. I'm not doing it. I'm not. We get it. We get the point. They did it. They're going to do it. And then we see a story about Ivory and Adam. And I don't even know if I want to go there. Okay, like, you know, puke hair. And Ivory. I don't know. They don't really interest me. Puke hair was the main one coming up with all the bad comebacks. I mean, Caspian was right there neck and neck with him. So yeah, those are all my notes. I will say, I think that there were some good things within this book. I think that the butterfly parts, the parts that were supposed to give you butterflies, did what needed to be done, okay? There were very sweet moments. Oh, they went back and forth with like notes, right? She wrote him... Yeah? Because he still hadn't seen her writing and he wanted to see her writing, and she wrote him... a little paragraph, very romantic moment where this girl was drowning, but a man came and saved her. And he drew it, like he drew her getting saved by this man. So he like drew what she wrote. And then she was like, I wish I could word it word for word. Will he like savor her mind, body, and soul or something like that? He wrote back, he was like, how could he not? And I was like, oh my god, stop. That is so cute. We left on a good note. I didn't want to, just come at this book too hard, but not my favorite read, I'm gonna be honest. But I am reading this book right now. Crazy stuff. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you guys have any suggestions or book apps that you want me to read. Right now, I am using Kindle because I got Kindle Unlimited. So, guys, I think I'm gonna try reading Haunting Adeline. There's trigger warnings all over that shit, and everybody's like, it's crazy. But I'm gonna do it. Will I regret it? Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. But that's coming later on down the line. Thank you guys for joining me, and have a great day. I will see you next week. Bye-bye now.